Howdy there, folks, and welcome back to Completely Average Gaming, and welcome back to the Vintage Park. It needs a better name still, but it works. Anyways, today we're going to be working a little bit outside the park in order to get stuff like this right here done. So we're going to have that stopping somewhere on this side before going back again. So it will be sort of like a parking lot express shuttle thing. Probably not going to finish off the parking lot anytime soon, but you know, that will be a work in progress for the foreseeable future. Other than that, I think we ain't going to be planning much. One thing I did between episodes, however, respect goes out to the Parkosaurus game, and we now have the Dino Park planted in on the bus stops. Not sure why it lags on the recording, but hopefully it won't be an issue during the time lapse, which we'll get into now. So sit tight and enjoy. Alright, so a decent amount got done. Not everything on camera, mostly things that are repetitive. I just didn't put into the video. So far we've put down the ride, which I talked about ever so slightly in the beginning phases. I cut out some of the, railing construction. I did not put anything over here, and that is on purpose because I'm thinking this area will probably end up being a parking lot, much like this one. Same as over here, this is of course going to be a underground parking lot. We'll have to nice out the edges there eventually, and this is going to be a road where people will come out, much like this road here. People will spawn in there, and eventually they'll also spawn somewhere in here. I mean, they'll come out, they'll jump on this ride because they have no other way to get to the park from here, and then they'll come over here, they'll get off, they go the other way, but yeah. And then they come over here and go into the park. We also have this beautiful little entrance. Not so pleased with the left side here, so just ignore that. Pretend like nothing. We'll be trying to do things I don't know how to do. And this is of course the parking lot ride, or the ride to the parking lot. I'm not really sure if this should say parking lots, because that's where you go, and that sign is in the wrong end. Actually, that should have been on that side. Oh well. Not sure if this should say parking lot, or if this should say you have now arrived to the main entrance, because the one over here says main entrance or something like that. Well, this one says parking lot. Maybe they should have been switched around. I don't know. Haven't landed on that. If anyone of you guys have any thoughts on that, leave that down in the comment section. Right, we also put down this, which is just to block off some sight lines and some and to nicify the approach to the park, basically. As for the train station, it is miles from finished. And that has to be fixed. I just did a little, want to like put it a little bit more together. I think that station area is starting to come together. The roof obviously needs a lot more work. Right now it's just a plain old blank space. So are the walls around most of it. And that wall needs to move. Alright, well, that can be done. all that can be fixed. And other than that, just a little bit of lighting. If we switch to dark time, nighttime, this is what it looks like. This was all dark before. The station itself is pretty well lit up because I went crazy with the lights. But then again, you probably want to do that on a train station. As for the lights in the trees, I'm not entirely sure I'm sold on it. I mean, it's a good thought, good idea, especially in this like nature area, which is going on right here. I want it to be natural, and the lighting posts we got doesn't really look natural, and you have to make them from scratch. And I figured, why not try the trees out? But I'm not so sure anymore. As for the bridge, fairly standard. Nothing out of the ordinary, I wouldn't say. But that sums it up more or less for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to smack the like button. If you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, maybe you have some ideas on what can be done to improve the park, be sure to leave that down below in the comment section. And if you haven't already and watched this far, why not fling a subscription my way? Hit that red button and stay up to date with all things average, as well as the continuation of the Vintage Park Park. Yep. That also needs a name, so if you have a name suggestion, leave that down below as well. Anyways, hope to see you all in the next one. Till then, cheerio.